upstairs at the Oriental Theater. Mike is playing with Suicide Cages tonight. And after the sound check and all the frazzle of, the pre-show action, we decided that he's going to sit this one out. I feel bad doing that to him, but I think he's okay. But my boy Ryan is here from Ritual Skateboards. Ryan, how are you?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me up here.
Yeah, thanks for doing this. It is it's a Friday in May. We're in Denver at the Oriental Theater, man.
Beautiful cool. Day in Denver.
It is, dude.
Besides the traffic.
Besides
the Friday afternoon traffic.
So we do these things on this podcast, and we like to talk to people that are living maybe a little outside the lines, you know what I mean? Coloring outside the lines, so to speak. So the whole point of this is talking to our friends that are doing things that are a little different to survive. So the creative side of things and how we spin that to make a business, how we turn that business into what we do, even if it started as a hobby and has become something else. This is where we're at now, right?
So, I mean, are you trying to get like a backstory going?
I absolutely am. I'm working up to that, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's
so my
cool.
first question is, how did Ritual come about? And tell me where you walked into that particular thing known as Ritual Skateboards.
Okay. So I'm from Colorado Springs. I started skateboarding when I was 8 years old. So I'm 33 now. So that's 25 years ago.
That's a good run of skateboarding.
Okay. I know. So my local park is Goose Gossage Skate Park.
Okay.
If anybody out there is familiar with it.
He's a baseball player, right?
He was a baseball player.
Didn't he have a pretty sweet mustache?
Maybe.
I think he
I don't
did.
know anything about him.
All right.
But, the spot in the, late 80s and 90s was Acacia Park downtown in Colorado Springs. It was like a little mini plaza.
Okay.
So back in the day, like even before I started skating, that's where all the core skaters were at.
Acacia Park was it, man. Atita Jefferson grew up there.
Yep.
Yeah, among others.
But, the city hated it, so they built Goose.
Okay.
So long story short, I grew up kind of on the west side of Colorado Springs, and I was not too far from Goose. It was like skating distance from my house. So I would skate from my parents' house to Goose or to downtown. I was just all over the place when I was a kid. So around the summer, I'm just fast forwarding, so Ritual first started in the summer of 2008.
Okay.
I was at Goose Gossage skating by myself, and this guy pulls up in a Land Rover, and he just comes out and just starts skating with me, and then he just befriends me, and his name's Adam. So he was the one that, he was asking me, he's like, hey, is there any like local skate companies here, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I've only heard of skate shops. And he was like, I'm thinking about starting a skateboard company, and you rip. Like, can I give you like a sample deck, like tomorrow or the next day or whatever? So he came back and gave me a sample deck, and it just kind of snowballed from there. Like I was the first sponsored skater for his brand.
Brad.
It was called Ritual.
He started Ritual.
Adam did, yes.
Did he come from somewhere else? Like he didn't know about the area?
He's from Woodland Park.
Okay.
I don't know how much he wants me to talk about him.
No,
he likes to. He owns a granite business, and that's where I work still. But I've known him since I was like 16. But anyways, yeah, Adam started it.
Nice.
And I was the first rider for the brand. And back then, we did like a bunch of. He had kind of like a business partner, and his name was also Adam. So there were two Adams. But Adam with the granite company was like, the one who funded it, and the other Adam started getting into all these like, stoner metal band collabs. So we were doing shit like that back in like 2008 to 2010. We did decks with like Weed Eater, Torch, Zoroaster.
Nice.
There might be a couple others I'm missing, but it was kind of popping off like that. That was like how Ritual was sustaining itself, because we weren't really in a bunch of shops like we are now.
Right.
But it was fun. Like I was with Adam like the first time he, when we bought a camera for the brand. I was with him when he bought that camera, and we went out, and so he did it for about 2 years, and then I think just juggling that with his granite business was too much.
Okay.
So he just, stopped doing it, and then, around, I would say, so that was 2010 that Ritual was done for the first time, right? And then
kind of just went on hiatus, kind of stopped.
And I was just out of high school then, and I just started working construction. So I didn't work at like his granite shop yet, but you know, a year or two later, he hit me up and he was like, "Hey man, do you want to come paint some walls at my business?" And I was like, "Sure." So I just painted like, you know, bathrooms and like his showroom.
Sure.
And basically, he was really trying to get me to buy his camera from the OG.
Oh,
like,
how funny.
Yeah, so like he spent like $5,600 on this camera setup probably, and he offered it to me for $800 or $1,800. Sorry.
Was he paying you to paint as well? So
Well, yeah,
having these business discussions?
basically, I'm getting there. Like I was reluctant to buy it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. Like, and then he's like, dude, $1,000 and it's yours. And I was like, well, fuck it, I have to do it now.
It's time.
So in January, that was January of 2012. He basically traded me painted walls for a fucking camera.
Okay, so you worked for the camera.
Yeah, he was saying that too. He's like, I'm basically trading fucking painted walls for a camera, and I was.
I mean, I was cracking about sweat equity. That's
I was cracking up because I was like, yeah, kinda. And so it was like a fat hookup. Then I just started. You know, I always kind of wanted my own camera, anyways, because if you go like film a banner with somebody and they can't give it to you, it kind of sucks.
Sure.
You're jumping off like a 10 stair and you can't fucking get your clip, you know?
Well, the biggest thing is, I mean, as a skater, to prove that you can do the tricks you do, the only way to do it is to have some footage, right?
Right.
You want to have the edits
yeah.
to showcase yourself somewhere else, right?
Yeah,
So
if you're trying to like push yourself and get sponsored or
doing
do
the
something
videos,
with it.
Sponsored, typically you have to have a reel of some sort to send to people anyway, huh? Yeah.
So it was a blessing to get that camera because then I had like the ability to control my own like footage as well as be responsible for everybody else's footage, which I have been the whole entire time.
So you kind of turned into the archivist.
Yes.
You kind of turned into the cameraman. You kind of get to skate while you're doing it, but you also are the guy that's doing all the behind the scenes stuff. Okay.
So this, you know, it's a long story, but I'll try to like. I started working at his granite shop in May 4th of 2012. Actually, I just hit my 13 years there recently.
Cool.
And he gave me like a flexible working schedule because he wanted me to go film. So I could come in the mornings and just like do my chores and then fucking leave and just go skate and film. And I just did that for like years and years and years. And
what
like,
a rad setup, though. Like, this is exactly what you want as somebody who is, I mean, not only the first pro skater on this particular brand or the sponsored skater for Ritual, but to have that become the other thing you do all day, right? Like you're skating with work around the edges. That's what we all look for when we're trying to do these things that are our passion projects.
Because working like a set schedule would have been hard. Like 9 to 5. That means I only have until after 5 to go film. So he was like really supportive about all this.
That's so
but this is
amazing.
before we even decided to do a business. I just started filming. But you know, one thing kind of led to the other, and you know, 4 years later, you know, in the summer of 2016, like me and him had talked about maybe partnering up.
Okay.
But we just kind of decided, like maybe for the sake of the friendship, it wouldn't be a good idea. And he's like, "You just take it, like you do it." And
so after all that, the guy that started the company handed you the company.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, he just gave it to me. He's like, "This is like he's like, "You can do it." And I was like, "All right." So I basically used all the resources at my work to help me start this company.
Okay.
So I went and talked to like the vice president. I went and talked to accountants and all these people before I even started selling stuff. So I just made sure I was doing it like properly because I wanted it to be big, you know.
Right. And
like,
how do you do that without knowing how to scale, right?
So
even when you're starting.
I think it helped to do that before. And I just used my own money and opened a business account and then ordered, you know, our first run of shirts in probably November of 2016 and then started doing decks after that and just like, you know, I'm kind of breezing through this, but yeah, like we've been around for 9 years now.
Okay.
And
officially operational as it is 9 years. Okay. Which is a good run, man. That's great.
Yeah, and it's definitely grown a lot. I feel like Ritual is probably the most respected skate brand in Colorado, unless you want to count like a skate shop like 303 or something.
Right, because they do a lot of branded boards too.
Yeah, I mean 303 is like the most core fucking skate. They are Colorado.
They're OG. They've been around a long time.
But they're a skate shop. So like as far as just like a company, we kind of have just rised up. And we're working on our 5th like full length film right now.
Sure.
So we've dropped 4 videos in that whole, during that whole time, like 4 full length.
That's
like,
not bad.
Yeah, and like these are like, projects that take forever.
Hours
like,
and hours.
Years, dude.
Well, the edits themselves, like each edit from each skater it may only be a minute or two
3
long.
to 5
but
minutes.
Yeah. How long
Usually
does
is
that take to make, right?
I mean, dude, if you think about it, sometimes like, okay, it depends. Sometimes I can go film a trick in like less than 20 tries.
Sure.
Even something that's like legit, like usable.
Right.
But sometimes you'll be at a spot for like 3 to 4 hours and not get it.
Well,
and then you got to go back.
You have an idea of what you want.
And then you
got to
go back.
Yeah,
yeah. Sometimes you go. So it's like
sometimes it takes 3
can
weeks.
turn into an 8-hour shift to get fucking 7 minutes of footage.
Yeah.
For a 45-minute video. So it's definitely like a lot of. For me, like I grew up without. When I was skating as a kid, there was magazines and like skate videos, and that's what got me hyped to skate. Like
Sure.
I'd go watch a full video at my friend's house and go skate all fucking day.
So
like
which 2 skate videos do you still go back to that you grew up on?
I mean,
gotta
dude,
ask.
there's too many.
Okay.
I mean, my favorite. Okay. The ones I used to watch a lot when I was younger is This Is Skateboarding.
Okay.
That's an America video.
That one
And then I
everybody
also
leans
watched
on.
Toy Machine's Good and Evil.
Dude, I love the Toy Machine stuff.
Yeah. That video, those 2 videos like stood out a lot for me.
Nice.
Because, I mean, I think Good and Evil, because the very first line is in Colorado Springs.
Right.
Ed Templeton does a line at Harrison High School, which is on the south end of town. So whenever I see like spots from my hometown in pro videos, especially one that's like in a Toy Machine video, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's at Templeton in my town, right?
Yeah. I'm like, damn, dude.
Inspired.
Yeah. But there's just too many videos. But like, I think, for me, that's an important aspect of the brand.
Sure.
Even though it doesn't make us money. This
Sure.
is more for like the art, keeping like the art form of like full videos alive. Like I think every skater that rides for us, that should be their goal, is to film like a badass video part in one of our videos, because
It's the only way to promote completely, right? Like
Yeah.
that stands on its own.
I think it adds to the history of skateboarding.
Sure.
I think full lengths are kind of like dying because of the whole social media internet thing, which I get. Like you got to kind of adapt. Like we push a lot of Instagram and YouTube shorts and all that shit.
Right. The minute
So this
or
is like
less.
the passion project,
Yeah.
dude. Like this is like what I love to do, is just go out in the streets and like fucking skate and film. And
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but you do this every time you can. Like
Oh, yeah.
all your waking moments that are not work or family or whatever else.
I got to go skate.
You're skating, man.
Yeah.
Like you got so much new footage every day. Like I literally watch your footage on Instagram all the time because like you're posting as much as I am about a new band or a new music video or a new song or a new whatever. You've got another shot of somebody skating, and then there you are next. You're out there with them. You're skating too. So I respect it, man. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
And you gotta obviously. I mean, I'm 32, so
Sure.
I have to be like really health conscious.
Yeah, somebody's been posting his fancy breakfasts and his vitamins and what else can I take to make sure that my body's not breaking? You're talking to the 50-year-old over here.
Dude.
It's rough, dude. Your knees just hurt sometimes. You're like, what is this?
You
I'm
know-
not complaining, but
Yeah.
it's a little harder to skate at this age. So I'm glad you're still doing it, man. Good for you. I grew up
Thank
skating
you.
and snowboarding, but I was never very good at the skating part. So I enjoy watching it, but there's more respect here. Watching those Rodney Mullen videos from 30 years ago, I'm still amazed,
Yeah.
That guy, dude. So those videos stand the test of time, man. Like they literally are something that have a new life every time a new generation comes in or a new group of people come in. So being able to have that archive is pretty awesome. I remember you telling me recently that you got like a big backup of things. Hey man, we're just doing a little podcast. Come on in, dude. Yeah, sorry. We're not trying to, it's all good. Cobranoid's happening right now.
Are we talking about the Colorado anthology?
Yeah, you started an anthology thing and you got this
Yes.
crazy backup thing going on. So you got a server going.
So basically, I upgraded my whole editing setup. I dropped like $4,000 for more storage. I went from 3 terabytes to 40 terabytes
Nice.
of storage, and I might nerd out a little bit, but it's basically I bought 2 NAS drives. So there's 5 drives in each unit, and they're 12 terabytes each, but they work together in a manner to where if one of them fails, You have one drive can fail and you don't lose your data.
So the redundancy is there.
Yeah, that's why it
backup.
doesn't use the whole 60 terabytes. It splits it to like 40.
Rad.
And then I have a second drive that's at my parents' house.
Okay.
So anytime I'm editing or importing clips or doing anything with my business, like, whatever, it's automatically just backed up to the other server. But yeah, I also was like, well, I have all this space. What else can I do with this?
Sure.
So I was like, you know what? It's hard to look up like OG videos from my hometown or like Colorado. So I just like, why don't we just start our own, like, why don't we take like old VHS or DVDs and
people got videos
and
sitting in
digitize
boxes.
them so that we can put them on YouTube so kids can see like what the fuck's been done 20 years ago, so that they're trying to do something different.
Somebody wants to replicate that, they can. They want to expand on it, they can.
Yeah.
It's good to know where you came from and what's here. Right?
If you're a core skater, your goal is not to do the same trick that's been done.
Sure.
If you go to a spot, you don't want to do something that's already been done.
No, because you do all this work to get there, and you've already seen it. Yeah,
it's more about respect too. It's like,
Sure.
all right, there's dudes that are like in their 50s now that have
Somebody
really
to do
broken
that.
ground on some of these like spots in our town, and you got a kid that's 16 that thinks he's the first one to do it. It's
Sure.
like, no, dude, like this shit was 50-50 fucking 30 years ago.
we already touched that a long time ago.
So I was doing it as like a respect to like the OGs
That's
that
cool.
like I grew
Yeah,
up
you gotta
skating
throw back.
with,
Yeah.
but also as an archival standpoint, like I want to preserve that history. So I took all that content to this video production studio that we work with in Colorado Springs. It's called Aztec Media.
Oh, okay.
So he was the one that was able to scan all the artwork off the cases
nice.
and digitize everything. So I work really closely with them for
that's cool.
a lot of this kind of stuff.
But to be able to have that archive and have that just be like a huge library on YouTube, it's pretty amazing to have on top of the stuff that you're making new for the new video and the new content that you got. Talk to me about skaters you have on the company right now roster.
Oh man,
You went from you being the only one skating for Ritual.
Right.
Now that you've been running it for 9 years, how many people are skating for you?
So our team manager, his name's Dale Bonnell.
Okay.
He also runs his own business. It's called DB Skate Designs.
Oh yeah, he's the one that makes the rings.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
And he made those really rad decks for you
Yes,
too.
he
huh?
did.
Okay.
Yeah, those only 5 of them were made. And they were made out of old Ritual decks too.
So they stacked them up, they glued them together, they cut them, and they
He did,
polished
yes.
them. Did everything that he does with
Yeah,
rings.
he has
but
a
made
badass
boards.
like wood shop in his garage.
Oh
It's
man,
sick.
I've been seeing some of his videos too. Those rings are really cool too. Like to have the wood grain and the different layers that he has.
Yeah.
He makes them look pretty cool.
So
man.
he rips.
Okay. So
I'll
he's your
just-
team manager.
Yeah, just recently I promoted him to team
Nice.
manager because I kind of need help. Like it's just so much to try to like film everybody, and I need more like crews getting out locally.
Right.
Because I got a camera with one of my guys in Pueblo. I got a camera with one of my guys in Arizona, so that other guys so that they have the ability to like get clips without me.
Sure.
But yeah, I'll start with Colorado Springs, like locally. So we have like a legacy team.
Okay.
So this is like the like guys that I don't want to put like current team rider expectations on.
Sure,
But they've done so much for the brand that I'm just like, dude, you're
Forever part of the team.
yeah, I got your back on gear. Like if you want to be a part of this shit, whatever.
Sure.
So Andrew Bonner, he's
Okay.
on there. He's been a local, like he's been a filmer in the Springs forever. So I work closely with him. And then Justin Richards, he's actually like our oldest team rider. He's like 40. I want to say he's 46.
Okay.
But he's had a part in every Ritual video since the first one.
Rad. So he's going to keep showing up.
Yeah, and then I just put Cameron Targaz and Chris Cormier on Legacy Squad because Cameron like moved to Salida. He's kind of more into outdoorsy stuff. But
okay.
dude, he has like just thrown down. So I was like, I can't kick this guy off the team.
Well, and he's a good place to stay when you go for the whitewater
so
rafting.
I talked to
whatever
both
else.
of those
Yeah.
dudes about it. I was like, look, like, because it's not like these guys are getting checks. They're getting like product and
Sure.
it's like support. So it's like, I can't be too serious about it.
So you have some legacy guys, and then you have some active
Yeah,
guys.
our
that
active
are,
team
okay.
riders would be myself, Dale Bonnell, Bobby Hebner. He's another OG.
Okay.
I've known him since I was 17.
Rad.
Fuck, I might have to like look now so I don't miss anybody.
It's funny,
But,
man. Your roster gets big enough. You have to kind of look at the list.
I mean, we have in Pueblo, we got Jake Swift and Ryan Spence.
Okay.
Those dudes rip. We got a guy in Albuquerque, Kenny Reese. And then we got a guy in Prescott, Arizona, Vince McLaughlin.
Okay.
And he's another like aging skater that just kills it because he's like almost 40 now, but he's.
And when you grow up with it, it just becomes what you do, right? Like it's okay, man.
It's fucking. He's.
Some of us gray hairs still like what we like.
Dude, he's killing it. So, okay, who was I missing? So yeah, Coleman Phillips, Tyler Lucero. Those are Colorado Springs guys, and then these are all flow guys. So Barry Strobel, he's flow for us out in Wyoming for Prime Time. It's a shop in Gillette.
Oh yeah.
And then Brendan Fitch, he rides for Market Skate Shop in Fort Collins.
All right.
He's also flow. And then Chris Kerr, he's out in Grand Junction. And then Seamus Corrigan, he's another flow rider for us in Oregon City, Oregon.
Nice.
Through Faulkner Skate Shop.
So you got guys that show through the skate shops that are stocking your
I like
stuff.
to do flow programs with shops if there's guys that like have potential or like me and the guys really like. And then the last dude he just goes by Wilson,
Nice.
Willsin, but he's in Tucson, Arizona, and that's through Mortal Skate Shop.
Nice.
So yeah, shout out, all those shops and riders.
So tell me about that. Building your business to business side of things. Again, with the business side, you have a shop in almost every state that's stocking your stuff or close to. You've got quite a few of them on your list,
At least
right?
half of the U.S. One shop, yeah.
So you got somebody that's buying warehousing your boards.
Yeah, they're buying
on a wholesale level.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And then you do a flow program through them. If you find a rider.
Usually I'll see somebody like on their Instagram or they'll reach out and be like, "Hey, check this guy out," and I'll be like, like I don't like to put people on the team right away.
Sure.
Like to get on the team, it's kind of hard. You got to be like filming full video parts and like really just be a part of it. So like I like to start guys on flow first.
Right.
Because then they're getting product every time the shop orders, and I don't have to like just ship boards one at a time or.
Sure.
So yeah, that's kind of like what bigger companies do too. They
work through
start guys on flow. Yeah, they start guys on flow.
Makes sense.
So yeah, get a shop sponsor first, and then get on a board company.
So how hard has it been to build your network of distributors or your network of resellers?
Oh, you mean like the shops that carry our stuff?
I mean you've been building that yourself, right? So you're reaching out to these guys, you're doing all that?
I think our first year we didn't even have a wholesale account.
Okay.
So it took me a whole year to get our first wholesale account.
Get somebody to buy in.
I think just in Colorado, we probably have at least 20 to 30 shops that carry our, boards and apparel or whatever else we offer through the distro.
Nice.
Because I started a distribution 2 years ago. It's called Rocky Mountain Distribution.
So as a separate side piece, you're doing the distribution side, so it's not.
It's
all
still ran
Ritual.
through. It's still ran through Ritual like on the back end,
Sure.
but it's a separate like catalog.
Of course.
But yeah,
and you're carrying wheels and you're doing some other stuff.
Yeah, we have. So DB Skate Designs is in there, and then Name and Blood Skateboards out of Denver.
Nice.
Knoll Skateboards out of Boulder. That's another OG company. They've been around since 2003.
That's amazing.
And then Dago Streetwear. That's the clothing brand we just brought in from Denver.
Oh, okay.
Underground Wheel Co. They're out of Malibu, California.
So you got a catalog of stuff you're working with from there.
Yeah.
That's good.
And then we have like bearings and skate tools and some miscellaneous stuff. But,
Yeah, rad.
So usually I just cold call or cold email. That's how I've been doing it the whole time. I just started compiling lists of skate shops state by state.
That's
and
great.
just started reaching out of state. But like really like, having a strong focus on like just Colorado too, especially like making sure we keep growing here is important to me.
Absolutely. You got to start where you're living.
Yeah.
Right? You got to start in your backyard.
Yeah. So I think that's what allowed us to start branching out was like just getting solid here first.
Sure.
Because, I didn't really get out of state until probably 2019 or 2020.
Okay.
There's a shop in Salt Lake called Modern Monarch.
Right.
So that was our first like out of state shop that we started selling to.
Started reaching over the hill a little bit.
And then just from there, it started just kind of snowballing. I just kept reaching out. And usually what I do is I'll just go through my email list, and if I see that they view our catalog, then I'll like call them. Because I don't really like cold calling.
No, it's hard, man.
I
It's
feel
really
like
hard.
sending an email is kind of more professional. And then if they view the catalog, at least there's some interest.
You know they're looking, so you can call them and check in
Yeah,
or whatever. Yeah.
So that's how I've been doing it.
I mean, I saw recently that you were sending boards to Arkansas. I mean, you're all over the place.
Yeah.
You've got quite a few places, and you've been doing some really cool designs and some new designs, bringing back some old designs.
Yep.
I like how you're doing that, man. You're touching some of the history, but you're moving forward too.
Yeah.
And you've collabed with a few people. Obviously, that's why you and I are talking.
Yeah.
We collabed with the Suicide Cages board, and then we're doing an Ira Knox board that'll be
Yep.
coming really soon.
We just restocked the Suicide
Yeah,
Cages.
the new Suicide Cages boards. I got to pick some up from you today, actually.
Yeah.
So anybody that's listening ananywhere that's
Yeah.
buying Ritual skateboards can find one of those.
Brayburn Records.
That one's
baby.
cool. Yeah, baby. You know I got to plug that too. But seriously, man, I appreciate the fact that you're willing to work with bands and work with people like myself and a label. You're reaching outside the box a little bit. You did one with Mikey Rotten too, right?
We did.
That one's cool. That one
I'm
looks
hyped
like
on
it's doing
that
really well. Yeah.
because I mean I'm just a heavy hip hop head. So like when Mikey Rotten was like the first like rapper we've ever done a board with.
Sure.
But I feel it's like super sick that this like all the bands worked out because like I reached out to Weed Eater
Oh, yeah,
a
that's
couple
right.
years ago and redid a board with them, and then we did a board with Tejon Street Corner Thieves. That's a band out of Colorado Springs that's pretty popular. They're more like grass, I would say, like
Okay.
blues. But yeah, it's cool to like. I guess I'm kind of carrying that tradition that like Adam started by doing more like metal.
He did a lot of metal and heavy stuff. Huh?
So that's why I'm like, what else can I do? And I'm like, let's come up here and film the show and make a fucking edit.
So tonight, you're
Yeah.
not even selling the boards. You're bringing me some so we
No.
can distribute them. But you're going to be
Filming.
filmmaker, photography. We got a couple photographers in the house, and one of them's Ryan from Ritual. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Feel free to talk to me about using some music in your videos. And if you want
Oh.
to use a couple of these clips, we can always do that too.
I'm trying to make sure my footage is gnarly enough to use that Suicide Cages.
There you go.
I wanted to use like it was like what's the name of it? Violence or
Inciting incidents.
no. I think it was like I See Violence. Is that the name of the song?
I choose violence.
I Choose Violence.
Yes, that's your tune
I
right there.
I have a song in mind for my next part, but
Okay.
then that would be like a bonus, like
Yeah, it's got
fucking
some
just
crazy little guitar stuff.
close, like all the gnarly ass shit.
The song itself, I think, is only like 18 seconds long, and then they do a bunch of weird little guitar stuff at the
I
end.
thought it was a little under 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, totally. But
Yeah,
the vocal line is only
Okay.
like a couple words, and the band only plays for a second, and then Mike does some cool guitar stuff.
So I think that's
a good one. Yeah,
I think that's a me problem right now. I don't think I need to go get the clips.
you're trying to work on 2 minutes worth of clips.
I
Yeah,
have some crazy ass shit. Like I have like this like roof wall ride I want to do. Like I have some
Okay.
scary ass shit I gotta like.
Well, we would love to be that
Yeah.
soundtrack.
Yeah, I mean that's
just
my
don't hurt
that's
yourself.
my plan.
I don't see any helmets. I see a lot of no shirts when you're riding too. So be careful out there, man.
Will do. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of like the summer
Sweet.
outfit.
So that's what you have planned. You're looking at doing some more shots. When do you plan on doing this video? When do you want to release it? Do you have a timeline?
I started editing, and I never really rush these things.
Yeah, you
Even though
can't.
we've been filming for like a little over 2, maybe 3 years now.
Okay.
I want it to be better than the last one.
I don't blame you.
Back in the day, skate videos would take 5, sometimes 7 years. Like, dude, Fully Flared, that Lakai video that came out in
Oh, right.
2007. Dude, that thing got pushed back over and that video was so hyped up.
But the anticipation
it
too,
took
though,
him
right?
7 years,
Yeah.
bro. And that I feel like that video like there's videos that just dropped that like I feel like that video kind of just might have helped shut down fucking Full Lengths.
No kidding.
Which is, dude, it's a heavy video for
Oh,
2007.
Wow.
Because like after that, it was like hard to
You
make
can't.
something as
Well, the bar's too high. Is that it?
it just keeps
Yeah.
getting it was like
So people started doing little chunks
so
instead.
yeah. I mean, people like some of my guys lose their patience, but I'm like, bro, we've only been 2 years at this or 3 years at like
Right. We
shit
got plenty
used
of
to
time.
dude. Shit used to take 5+ years for like back in the day for a pro video.
Well, yeah, when you were using film or whatever else you were doing too, right?
So like
Before
the
it all
fact
went
that
digital.
we have full-time jobs and it's only we're still kind of killing it, I would say, on time-wise.
Oh man,
But,
that's exciting.
yeah, I'm hoping like end of this year, beginning of next year.
Right.
I mean, we're still filming, but I'm editing now, finally.
Okay. Well, I know we're going to wrap this up in about 10 minutes because we got to get ready for the show, obviously.
Yeah.
The doors open at 6 o'clock. I think it's 5 minutes from now. So we need to get the bands back into their little space so they can prepare. But before that, I wanted to ask, what kind of events do you have this summer? Do you have some competitions and some things you guys are going to do? What are you doing?
Well, we set up booths at like some of the bigger like events.
Right.
So in a couple weeks, there's Territory Days down in Colorado Springs. It's like a 3-day festival. So I'm getting ready for that. And then about a month after that's Fib Arc. That's in Salida.
Yeah, the Whitewater Fest is
and
good
then
times.
Pueblo Chili Fest in Pueblo in September. And as far as like skateboard competitions and stuff, I mean, I don't know that we don't really organize anything. Like usually we'll tag along with like what the local shops are doing.
Sure. So some of those guys do events.
We'll help sponsor. I mean, actually this weekend in Albuquerque, there's it's called Ripping for Raver.
Okay.
So, I mean, we gave like a board away for that. But basically, he was a local down in Albuquerque, and he got shot and killed at Los Altos Skate Park.
Oh, man, it's horrible.
Yeah. So, like, my homie Jake, the jeweler down there, he's been organizing events every year to kind of honor his memory. So, unfortunately, I couldn't go because it's on Mother's Day. I mean, I got a girlfriend, so I got to... But, yeah, like... So that's, we usually like just try to sponsor like whatever the shops want to do.
Sure.
But it would be cool if we maybe organized more events ourselves. But
it's one of those things that takes a lot of work, a lot of preparation if you're doing other stuff. I saw you got a bunch of new boards in, you got a bunch of new designs. You're always working with some new things. Like we said, the Iron Knox board's coming soon.
Yeah.
You're keeping your hands full already, just trying to keep the boards in stock and keeping everybody stoked on what you've got going. So
yeah, it's
almost like you need an event manager to go into that. We'll do that after you get the video going.
Maybe Dale can.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Dale, we got a new project for you.
I think Dale can handle that. He's good at that.
There you go.
Yeah, it would be cool to do like maybe something at Goose, maybe, or like something street oriented too.
Sure.
Because like, I mean, that's what we like to do is just street skate.
That's what you do anyway. So
if we could,
cool.
Have something that would be like fun to get the kids out of the skate park to go at a spot or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good idea. We'll have to think about that and see what we can put together. But not that you don't have 15 other things on your list, right? All right. So final things, I guess. What else have you been into lately? Like we always like to ask this question. What else is inspiring you that's not going out and skating? What else is keeping you motivated to want to work these 80-hour weeks and do all this stuff?
That's a good question, man.
Dude? What drives you?
Man, I think it's just like me versus me.
Right.
It's like I am my own worst enemy. Like I have to push myself. I have to do better. Like I have to try to work out to make sure I can fucking skateboard. I have to like manage my household and make sure we
Sure.
I think it's just like, I think because of having the skate brand, that gave me like a clear purpose to where working these crazy hours doesn't really faze me anymore.
It's
like
what has to be done.
So yeah, I'm just like, whatever, dude. Like, I will work on my business during the day, go skate, do whatever. I don't care if I have to work till 1 a.m.
Right.
Because honestly, I have like the perfect job for like an aging skateboarder because it's kind of low key like physical therapy. I'm walking like 7 to 10 miles every night.
Dude, when I had a job that had me do that, it actually helped a lot because then you have half of your workout every night at work, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, hey, I just walked 11 miles. I'm doing okay.
And if you were skating before that and you were like sore, and if you just went and sat down, that's not helping you,
Right. That's not going to do any good.
So I would say just, I don't know, seeing the progression, like, and wanting to keep it going is part of it too. Like, I just want to keep the shit like growing.
Word. I totally hear that.
I don't know.
Well, you're doing a great job, man. I'm super stoked that we were able to run into each other over the course of a couple of years, just vending at Five Bark or whatever.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like, hey, by the way, here's a couple of bands to check out. And you're like, all right, let's go. So the fact that we're working together is pretty exciting. But thanks for coming on the podcast, man. I know we're winging it here, man. We got the little portable recorder. We had to borrow the power supply from the guy that came from Canada. Luckily, that worked. And now we can get back the green room so the boys have a place to hang out before they play. Tonight happens to be Among the Bodies, Cobranoid, Iron Knox, and Suicide Cages at the Oriental Theater in Denver. If any of you are listening to this, it's been 2 months since this show. But when this drops, hopefully you'll have some records to listen to too, and maybe a couple skateboards to buy from Ritual. So the website, your website, ritualskateboards.com?
Yes.
Okay.
But go to the dealers tab first.
All right.
And see if your local skate shop is carrying Ritual.
It's always better to go direct from the stores.
Shop, please.
Buy from them or buy from the bands that have the merch on the table.
Yes.
It makes it a lot better to keep the community going when we're all working together at supplying you guys for where you are in that town.
Yep.
So go buy the boards, go buy the wheels, go buy all the stuff that Ritual's selling, and go have some fun. Listen to some good music while you're out there skating.
Yep.
Ryan, Ritual Skateboards, thanks so much for being here, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
A Thunder Snow Harmonics production.